Now children, we'll quickly look at the example of how to calculate the combination, or you could say the combined standard deviation. So suppose we are given two samples are given to us of size 100 and 150, of size 100 and 150. So we are having n1 equals to 100 and the size of the other sample is 150, so n2 will be 150. So children, when continuous series is given to you, this n is the total of frequency, and if the individual series is given to you, it is the number of samples or number of observations given to us. Also, what is given to us, because we require x bar also, that means means of both the groups. So mean of first group is also given to us, that is 50, and mean of second group is also given to us, this is 60. Okay, and standard deviation of combined in combined form we have to calculate. So we require individual standard deviation also, that means standard deviation of first group, it will be given to you, and standard deviation of the second group will also be given to you. So standard deviation of first group, which is 5, okay, and the standard deviation of the second group, which is given to us, it is 6. So these values are given to us, and now we have to put these values into the formula. So we are having two groups, so our formula will be, first we'll be finding out the combined mean for this, because we require the combined mean also in the formula. So it will be n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar. So this individual x1 bar, that means individual mean of first group, and this is the size of first group, this is n2 size of second group multiplied by the mean of second group, which will be given to us. Okay, and we have to divide it by n1 plus n2, n1 plus n2, this means the size of the sample which is given to us. So by this we will be finding out first the combined mean. So putting the values, we have n1, what is the value of n1, it is 100, multiplied by what is the value of x1, it is 50. Okay, then plus what is the value of n2, it is 150, multiplied by what is the value of n2, x2, it is 60. Okay, and we have to divide it by n1 plus n2. The value of n1, it is 100, plus value of n2, it is 150. So children, all these values I have used to calculate my combined mean. That means x bar 1 2 means this is the combined mean of group 1 and group 2. Okay, now I'll be calculating it further. So when I multiply 100 by 50, what will be the answer? It is 5000. Okay, then multiplying 150 with 60, I'll be getting 9000. Then children, this I have to add. Okay, first I have to multiply these terms, then this is the second pair I have to multiply. By multiplying 100 into 50, I get 5000. By multiplying 150 into 60, I get 9000 over here, and this is 5000. Then n1 plus n2, 100 plus 150, what do I get? I get 250 over here. Now further, if I calculate, if I total it up, 5000 plus 9000, 14,000 divided by 200, 50, and now I have to divide it. 0 divided by 0 0 cancel, and further if I calculate and divide, I get 56 as the combined mean. So what is my combined mean? X bar 1 2, because two groups are given to me, so I have calculated it as 56. Okay. So my next step will be calculation of deviation, that means D1 and D2. Okay, so deviation of first group and D2 is the deviation of second group. The formula for calculating this deviation is x1 bar, that means mean of first group minus combined mean of both the groups, and D2 will be mean of second group minus mean of both the groups. Okay, combined mean of both the groups. So now putting the values over here, x1, what is the value of x1? That means mean of first group, it is 50 minus mean of the combined mean of both the groups is 56. Now when I subtract a greater value from a smaller value, my answer will be negative. Okay, so my answer will be -6, and over here D2, what is the formula? Mean of second group minus combined mean of both the groups. Okay, so what is the value of x2? That means mean of second group is 60 minus 56, and when I subtract, now over here I have a greater value first and a smaller value I have to subtract from it, so my answer will be positive. So when I subtracted, I got my answer as 4, that is +4. Okay, positive value I am getting over here. Now further, if I look at my formula is combined standard deviation of both the groups. It is n1 sigma n1 square plus n2 sigma 2 square plus n1, now I have to consider the deviations also, n1 into d1 square plus n2 into d2 square divided by n1 plus n2. Okay children, so I have n1 also. Now I calculated sigma 1 also. Sigma, what is the value of sigma? That means it is already given. Sigma 1 is sigma, that means standard deviation of first group, it is given to me as 5. Standard deviation of second group is given to me as 6. So deviation I calculated, deviation of first group is -6, deviation of second group I calculated it as +4. So I have all the values, and now I am going to put all the values in the formula. So what is the value of n1? It is 100 multiplied by standard deviation of first group, and I have to square it. So it will be 5 square, okay, plus n2. What is the value of n2 given to us? It is 150. So I am putting my value 150 into what is the standard deviation of second group. It is given to me as 6, and I have to square it. Then moving further, n1 into d1 square. So what is the value of n1? n1 is 100 multiplied by what is the value of d1? I calculated it as -6. So squaring it plus what is the value of n2? N2 is 150 multiplied by, what is the value of D2 I calculated? I calculated as plus 4, that means squaring 4. Okay, and now N1 plus N2. Okay, dividing it by N1 plus N2. Value of N1 was 100 and value of N2 was 150. Clear up till here, children? Further solving it, I get 100 into 25 plus 150 into 6 6 are 36 plus 100 into minus 6 into minus 6, it is 36. Minus sign will be converted into positive sign. 150 into 4 4s are 16. Okay, and over here 100 plus 150, it comes to be 250. Clear, children? So moving further, 100 into 25, it will be 2500. Then 150 into 36, it will be 5400. Then 100 into 36, it will be 3600. 150 into 16, it will be 2400, and dividing this by 250. Now children, we are going to add all these terms and divide it by 150, and whole of the term is under an under root sign. So children, by adding it all these terms, my total is 13900, and dividing it by 250, cancelling 0, and further dividing it, I get 55.6, and now I have to calculate the under root of this, and when I calculate the under root of this, it will be 7.46. Okay children, so I don't think so it is very difficult. It is an easy concept because calculation of everything we have already done. We just have to put in the formulas. One new thing we have learned over here is that how to calculate D1 and D2 to calculate the combined mean. So I hope it is clear to you all.